Hi folks, I thought I'd show you my collection today, miscellaneous Power Rangers, Sentai, Kamen Rider. So this is only a small amount of it unfortunately because a lot of it's in storage at the moment, but these are the things I have on display. So starting off, here's the Automorphin figures. I'm a bit of a White Ranger fan, so unfortunately my collection shows this. There's very few Green Ranger figures on display, even though I do like green and I do have green figures as well. I just think it looks a bit weird with two Tommies in the back there, so I prefer the White Ranger period of the series, so I decided to do that. I actually have two sets of these figures, so the second heads there, I took off the second set to put underneath their arms for display, and that's the Alpha 5 figure that comes with the Power Dome playset. So moving swiftly along, we've got the Ninja figures from sort of movie season 3. White is in the background there, I think you can see him there, but I need to find something to stand him on, I think. Anyway, here's my Zeo collection so far. A bit small unfortunately. Then there's a gap now because I kind of stopped collecting for a little while. Excuse the shaky camera. This is Ninja Storm here, and again Samurai Green is in the back there, but I need to find something to stand him on. Dino Thunder, SPD, a little bit Mystic Force there. The Solaris Knight figure came with the Scarpet, I think they call it, which was a Japanese vehicle release. And then further down I've got two random reds. We've got Operation Overdrive and Jungle Fury. Again, apologies for the shaky camera. So over here then we've got the 8-inch figures. These are not the Karate Action ones, but these are the original ones that came out first, and of course white came with the Tiger Zord. And I do have green, he's over here. As I say, I think it looks a bit strange with two Tommies in the display. Occasionally I do rotate it round, put green in instead of white, but more of a fan of the White Ranger period. And then we've got some miscellaneous villains over here. That's the original Lord Zed, although I am a bit more of a fan of the Super Legends one that came out recently because it's more show accurate. And then up here we've got a very large Kamen Rider Kabuto figure. This is the cast-off deluxe version. Comes with armour that comes flying off, and he's got electronic sounds. But Kabuto was the first series I watched, so kind of a bit like the White Ranger really. He's got a special place in the collection. So this is the bit where I have to say sorry if I pronounce this wrong, because there's a lot of Japanese toys over on this side. Starting with Garo, these are the equip and prop figures. I do actually have volume 7 as well, but he's a bit difficult to display. His wings make him not the most sturdy of figures. But we've got the Makai jewellery for each figure next to them. And then a bit further along, I'm missing some figures here. These are sort of more recent SH figures and SH figure arts. And my newest one, Decade, on the end there. And then on the next row we've got SH Kabuto with the masked form and rider form. And then my Deno collection. By the way, the hoppers there are SH figure arts, not SH. And then further down we've got Fires, and I've got some, I think they call them RH figures, Orphanox at the back there, just because I thought it made a better display of the three main Orphanox with the Fires figures next to them there. And then Kamen Rider Blade, and one random Hibiki figure there. And then finally, this one is probably swearing for a lot of Kamen Rider fans. This is actually a Saban's Masked Rider figure that I got when I was younger. So this is my Zord or Mecha shelf. The reason I say that is because there is some Japanese mecha in here. You might notice some gaps in the seasons in my collection. That's because I started collecting when I was a kid, kind of stopped for a while, but now I've picked up the habit again. But that leaves some rather expensive gaps in the collection that I need to fill, but one day. Anyway, so first up, I wish this one was Japanese. It's not. It's the American or UK release of the Ultra Zord, and you can see I've invested in some repro labels for Dragon Zord. I don't know if you can see there, Tyrannosaurus has repro labels as well. I'll eventually do this for the whole thing. The reason I did that is I've had this one since I was younger, and the stickers were quite damaged. And plus we all know there were not lightning bolts on the bottom of Dragon Zord's feet. They were supposed to be this symbol, which I think is for Jew Ranger. Am I right in the pronunciation? Correct me if I'm wrong. So that's him. Next along we have the Thunder Ultra Zord. This one again is original since I was a kid, and the stickers are quite badly damaged on this one. No repro labels yet, but you can see there my lion is missing an eye, and there's a few other missing or damaged stickers on it, but hey, I've had it since I was a kid, so it's pretty remarkable that it's in such good condition. Then on the next shelf we've got Ninja Mega Falcon Zord there, Shogun Megazord. Now you can tell this one isn't a Japanese release, hence the pink Shogun Zord there. Yes, we all know how we feel about that. Then we've got Deluxe Ninja, and kind of most of the ones that I bought when I was a kid will obviously be the American or UK releases, but recently I've tried to buy Japanese, so that's what the next one is. This is actually the Galaxy Mega from Mega Ranger. I'd heard that the Japanese stuff was superior quality. I'd sort of felt a bit ripped off with some of the recent American releases, but then I find out that this one isn't too different from the American release, apart from I think the paint's a bit lighter, but hey, Japanese is better. This one sadly isn't Japanese either. This is the Ninja Storm Megazord, but I do have the Japanese, are they called Karakuri balls, I think? I'm not sure, but the balls that go inside of his chest with the various weapons inside, I've got Japanese versions of those anyway. Then I'm going to have to get down here. Next shelf we've got, this is an American release. This is kind of what prompted me to go Japanese actually, where I bought this and then they didn't release the Cephalozord, and a few other paint things were changed, and the Mezzodon Megazord didn't even get released in the UK apart from a Toys R Us exclusive. So yeah, I felt a bit messed about with this one. It wasn't the greatest, so I decided to start buying Japanese, which as you can see I've filled in the gaps here. I think Kylo and Cephala are Japanese, but the other two there are American, and of course the Thundersaurus Megazord and Dragozord, they are American too. Then this one's all Japanese. This is the Deca Ranger Super Deca Robo, I think this one is called in that series. And yeah, much better quality than the American release, which didn't come with various things like the cards for the Pink Rangers Zord stop signs and things. Anyway, I'm now on the last shelf down here. We've got, this is Magi King, not the Mystic Force Megazord. And then we've got also a Japanese release of, I think is it Wolzard? Again, I'm not very good with my Japanese pronunciation, because I haven't actually watched the Japanese series, to be honest. I just know that their toys are superior. And then in the back there you can see the Traveleon, I think it's called, which was the Solaris Knights Zord in Mystic Force. Finally, you have to go Japanese for this particular Zord here. The American release was totally messed up and didn't look anything like this at all. They'd really changed the mould. Now, as we all know, Pyramidas is big, which is why I had to put him on his own shelf. You can see here's all my other Zords over here, figures along the top. But yeah, we had to give Zeo their own shelf right here because of the size of Pyramidas, and I think there are some other big Zords, so I'm going to reserve this shelf for big Zords, but for the moment it's got my Zeo collection on it. I've got Zeo Ultra Zord there, and then Warrior Will, Super Zeo Megazord, and in the background there Auric the Conqueror. These are all American releases. So here's the beginnings of my Starlight Studio communicator collection. This guy makes some really good props, I highly recommend them. They're very well made, good quality. The grill isn't quite show accurate, as a lot of fans have pointed out, but I'm sure I'll get around to changing this eventually. I have made it so that the green felt kind of shows through a little better, but I don't think my camera's going to pick that up. I will someday own all 7 of these. I'm in an R-ing still about the gold Ranger communicator that he's made. It's a bit expensive for me, but who knows, I might get it for completism. So lastly, the pride and joy of my current display at the moment, which is my 6 Power Morphers. These were very expensive and I will not be selling any at the moment before anyone asks. So first up, the one at the back there, that's my original from when I was a kid, and I've customised it with Power Props on eBay. She sells these replacement plates in gold to so you don't have to damage your originals as well. And then I got some repro labels to make the morphers more show accurate. The other 5 morphers, I was lucky enough to find a seller on eBay that had a case of 10, I think it was, that he'd found in a warehouse somewhere, and he didn't seem to know what they were, so they were quite cheap compared to how much they're selling for today. As I say, the whole lot still cost me around about $700, and the display case here wasn't cheap either, but I decided these were worth enough money to insure a little bit. This is just a small part of my morpher collection. I'm almost complete on that, but obviously I can't display it all with my small amount of space. And this fella up here, this is the first of my 2010 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers figures that they've released recently. I intend to get all 6 of these so I can display them on top of there. Hopefully they release white as well, let's hope. So hopefully you've enjoyed looking around my Ranger collection today. I was asked to do a video by a few fans of my website. If you'd like to see the full collection, because as I say a lot of it's in storage, then please check out my website, which is www.rangerpowers.com.